The grind never ends. Not today, not tomorrow, not when you hit your goals, not when you feel like you've earned a break. Never. If you're waiting for life to get easier, you've already lost. Let me tell you something they don't want you to know. They sold you a lie, a beautiful, comfortable lie that's kept you chained to mediocrity your entire life. They told you hard work is temporary. That if you just push through for a while, eventually you'll reach a place where you can relax, where you can coast, where you can finally stop fighting and just exist. That's the dream, isn't it? Work hard now, rest later. But here's the truth, later never comes. And that lie, that's why most people stay average. That's why most people plateau. That's why most people wake up at 40, 50, 60 years old wondering where their potential went. Because they believed the grind had an endpoint. It doesn't. Understand this. Life is not a sprint with a finish line. It's not a mountain you climb once and plant a flag on top. Life is an infinite game, and the moment you stop playing, you start dying. Not physically, not immediately, but mentally, spiritually. The version of you that could have been extraordinary starts withering, fading, disappearing into regret. So no, the grind doesn't end. And once you accept that, once you truly internalize that reality, everything changes. Because now you're not grinding toward an ending. You're grinding because that's what you do. That's who you are. Pain is the price. Discipline is the payment. Every single day, life presents you with a bill. And you have two choices: pay it or fall behind. Most people negotiate. They bargain. They look for discounts. They try to skip days, take shortcuts, find easier paths, and life doesn't argue with them. Life just quietly recalculates their future, downgrades their potential, adjusts their ceiling. But you're different. You pay in full, every day. No negotiations, no excuses, because you understand something they don't. The universe rewards consistency, not intensity. One brutal workout doesn't build a powerful body. One focused day doesn't build a sharp mind. One disciplined choice doesn't build an unbreakable character. But 100 workouts, 1,000 focused days, 10,000 disciplined choices, that builds something permanent. That builds someone unstoppable. You are not here to feel good. Let me repeat that because it's critical. You are not here to feel good. You are here to become better. Those are not the same thing. In fact, they are often opposites. Feeling good is comfortable, easy, temporary. Becoming better is uncomfortable, hard, permanent. And most people choose feeling good every single time. That's why gyms are empty. That's why books go unread. That's why potential stays dormant. They prioritize comfort over growth, pleasure over progress, the temporary high over the lasting transformation. But not you. You've realized that growth requires repetition. Relentless, monotonous, unglamorous repetition. The same exercises, the same habits, the same choices, over and over and over. No variation, no excitement, no novelty, just the grind. And here's what nobody tells you about repetition. It's boring. So crushingly boring. There's no highlight reel, no dramatic music, no moment where the camera zooms in and the crowd goes wild. It's just you, in the dark, doing the work. Again, that's the reality of transformation, and most people can't handle it. They need the motivation, the inspiration, the emotional fuel, and when it runs out, they quit. But you know better. Motivation will disappear. It always does. It's designed to. Motivation is an emotion, and emotions are temporary by nature. Some days you'll wake up fired up, ready to conquer the world. Other days you'll wake up hollow, questioning everything, wondering why you even started. That's normal. That's human. But here's what separates you from everyone else. Discipline stays. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline doesn't need inspiration. Discipline doesn't wait for the perfect moment. Discipline just executes. Rain or shine, tired or energized, motivated or empty. Discipline shows up. That is the difference between winners and everyone else. Winners don't rely on feelings. They rely on systems, structures, Non-negotiable standards. They've built their lives in a way where the work gets done regardless of emotional state. And slowly, over time, discipline becomes identity. You stop being someone who works out. You become someone who is disciplined. You stop being someone who reads. You become someone who is focused. You stop being someone who tries. You become someone who executes. And nobody sees it happening. No applause. No recognition. No validation. Just you, in the silence, building. Every rep in the gym that nobody witnesses. Every page you read that nobody knows about. Every hour you invest in your craft while everyone else is asleep. Silent progress, the most powerful kind. Because loud progress seeks approval, it needs witnesses. It craves validation. But silent progress doesn't need anything except the person in the mirror. You're not doing this for social media. You're not doing this for likes. You're not doing this so people think you're disciplined. You're doing this because discipline is the price of the life you want. And you've accepted that price. You've stopped negotiating, stopped complaining, stopped wishing it was easier. You've just accepted reality. And acceptance is where power lives. Pressure doesn't break you. Remember that. Write it down. Tattoo it on your mind. Pressure doesn't break you. Pressure reveals you. When everything is easy, anyone can look strong. Anyone can appear disciplined. Anyone can seem unshakable. But pressure shows the truth. It strips away the performance, the facade, the version of yourself you present to the world. And what's left is who you really are. Most people crumble under pressure. They fold, they retreat, they make excuses and justify their collapse. But you, pressure forges you. Every moment of stress is a test. Every challenge is an opportunity. Every obstacle is a chance to prove that you are built differently. Not because you're special, not because you're gifted, because you've trained for this. While others were choosing comfort, you were choosing growth. While others were avoiding pain, you were embracing it. While others were taking the easy path, you were walking through fire. And now pressure doesn't scare you. It clarifies you. Think long term, always. This isn't about today. It isn't about this week. It isn't about this year. This is about the person you're becoming over the next decade, 2 decades, your entire life. You're not building a six-pack for summer. You're building a body that stays strong into old age. You're not studying to pass a test. You're building a mind that never stops learning. You're not practicing discipline to achieve a goal. You're building an identity that makes achievement inevitable. Stronger body, sharper mind, unshakable presence. Build slowly, daily, relentlessly. Nobody builds a cathedral in a day. Nobody becomes a master overnight. Nobody transforms their life with a single decision. But small actions, compounded over time, they create miracles. 1% better every day for a year. That's not 1% growth. That's exponential transformation. But only if you show up every day. No exceptions. The grind never ends. And that's not a curse. That's your advantage. Because while everyone else is looking for the finish line, you're learning to love the process. While everyone else is waiting for motivation, you're executing on discipline. While everyone else is hoping for change, you're becoming the change. Wake up, show up, execute. That's it. That's the formula. Not glamorous, not exciting, not inspiring, just effective. Wake up at the same time, every day. No snooze button, no negotiation. Show up to the work, every day. No excuses, no exceptions. Execute the plan, every day. No shortcuts, no half measures. Again, and again, and again. Until it's not a routine, until it's not a habit, until it's just who you are. That's when transformation becomes permanent. That's when growth becomes inevitable. That's when you stop wondering if you can and start knowing you will. The grind never ends, but neither does your evolution. You are not the same person you were yesterday. You won't be the same person tomorrow. Every day, every rep, every choice is rebuilding you from the ground up. Slowly, quietly, powerfully. And one day you'll look back and realize you're unrecognizable from who you used to be. Not because of one moment, not because of one decision, because you refused to stop. You accepted the grind. You embraced the process. You committed to the infinite game. And that commitment, that's what makes you different. That's what makes you dangerous. That's what makes you unstoppable. So no, the grind never ends. And you wouldn't want it any other way. Because you're not built for comfort. You're built for greatness. And greatness demands everything. Every day. Forever. Now go prove you're built for the long run. Comment grind mode if you're built for the long run.